So let's begin our discussion on sets. So to understand the concept of sets, we need to understand what a collection of objects is. For example, the set of odd natural numbers less than 10. What are those natural numbers less than 10? 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. These are odd natural numbers that are less than 10. Now, if we take them together and put it together in a list, it is called a collection of objects. So, we understand what a collection of objects is. Now, the definition of a set is a well-defined collection of objects. So, a set is a well-defined collection of objects. For example, we were talking about the vowels. So, the vowels are A, E, I, O, U. So, if you ask me to take a set of the vowels of the English alphabet, I will say A, E, I, O, U, and if I ask someone else, he will also give me the same answer. So, this is a well-defined set because everywhere we go, the set will remain the same. Now, let's take another example. For example, the set of the 5 best books in the world, because the best 5 books in the world can be different in your opinion and in my opinion. So, this is not a well-defined object. So, it is not a set. So, now that we have learned what a set is,
let us start with the discovery of electron or the discharge tube experiment. In the year 1879, William Crookes studied the conduction of electricity through gases. He performed the experiment in a discharge tube, which is a cylindrical hard glass tube about 60 cm in length. It is sealed at both the ends and fitted with 2 metal electrodes, as you can see in that particular diagram. And you can see the cathode ray discharge tube as a diagram to you. Now, cathode is negatively charged and anode is positively charged. You can see the electrical discharge to the gases could be observed only when at very low pressure and at high voltage. The pressure of different gases could be adjusted by evacuation. Now, you see, when sufficiently high voltage is applied across the electrodes, current starts flowing through a stream of particles moving in the tube from the negative electrode, that is cathode, to the positive electrode, to the anode. And the effect of this experiment, you can see the bulb or the filament being glowing. The glowing filament gives you the induction of how the cathode ray experiment was successful and the electrons were passing. So, this was called cathode ray or cathode ray particles. Let us see the properties. Number 1, they travel in straight line, cathode rays. Number 2, they start from cathode and move towards the anode. Number 3, these rays themselves are not visible, but their behavior can be observed with the help of certain kind of materials. The fluorescent, as I told you, the light, the glow of light, or phosphorescent, which glow when hit by them. Cathode rays consist of negatively charged particles. When electric field is applied on the cathode ray with the help of pair of metal plates, these are found to be deflected towards the positive plate, indicating the presence of negative charge. The characteristics of cathode ray do not depend upon the material of electrodes and the nature of the gas present in the cathode ray tube.
Average speed is equal to total distance covered divided by the total time taken by any body moving in any of the direction. It can be x, y or z. Suppose a car moves from point O to A with a speed of 50 km per hour and then again from point A to point B with a speed of 70 km per hour. Now, we need to calculate the average speed. How you are going to do? We will apply the formula again, total distance covered divided by total time taken. So, what is the total distance? 50 plus 70 divided by what is the total time taken? 1 plus 1, that is 2 hours. So, that is how you can calculate the average speed. The unit of speed is meter per second. It is a scalar quantity, which goes to say that it can only measure magnitude, not the direction. Speed does not have a specific direction like distance. It can be 0 and positive. For a scalar quantity, it can only be 0 and positive. We have already discussed about it. So, students, you have learned what is speed, what is the unit of speed and why it is a scalar quantity. These are the things required to do many numericals. So, keep that in mind.